at times we had good offense, and then they mixed up their defense a little bit, and I thought we struggled a little bit. So we just need to figure out what they're doing quicker and adjust quicker.
JC, when they got it down to, I think it was like 3 or 4 points there in the fourth quarter, did that kind of maybe refocus you guys a little bit in some ways to click and get going again?
Yeah, I think at that point in the game, we knew that we needed to buckle down and get stops and rebound once we went to our zone. They played a great game. They made a great comeback, and I think we showed a lot of toughness in the way that we buckled down on defense and got stops at the right times.
Yeah, what's it like playing against a team that shoots 36 3-pointers?
Oh, it's pretty hard to play against a team that plays like that. They're really quick in transition, so we practice quite a lot defensive transition and making sure that when we run back, we make sure we know where their shooters are and try to not make them shoot. But they got a few shots off of us against us today, so I guess we got to work on that a little more.
When they can shoot like that, like the way they do that quickly, I mean, is that when they cut it to 3, that make you a little nervous that they're right back in every game?
Yeah, it definitely makes us a little nervous. They're a team that can easily make quick points whenever in the game, so just being able to control that in every situation that we have is very important for us in the future.
Allison, it seemed like, as good as they are at 3, it seemed like when they really started making their run, they were kind of baiting you to step out on hitting those backdoor passes. Were they changing anything up look-wise that you guys were kind of biting on that particular play? Because it seemed like a set they ran from all different directions and made it work there for a while.
I think what kind of got us, I think they started pushing it up a little more in transition. They got their offense going a little quicker. I think Clemens came down, hit a 3, and then right away in transition, Higginbottom hit a 3, and then that forces you to get up on them, and that allows for those backdoor cuts and drives. So yeah, I think they just sped up their offense a little more, which was something we didn't adjust to right away.
GC, when you look at that, you won 12 in a row now, I think. Is there a common theme in there as to why you've won that many games in a row? Why you're playing that well?
Honestly, we just take it one day at a time, one practice at a time, and our goal every single day is to get better and be better than we were yesterday. And the most important game is the next one on our schedule, so just focus on the here and now and not look behind us and don't look too far ahead.
Jason, can you talk a little too about, when they did cut it to 3 a couple of different times, you guys had an answer every time. It was some really clutch shots were falling for you at the right time. Was that something that the offense was just giving for you, or do you just see that in your team where in those moments it doesn't get too big and you're able to focus in and hit when you need to?
Right, you don't just, like I just said, focus on the moment, and in that game it came down to our toughness on defense. I mean, they made a run at us, and like Allison said, they started pushing it at us on transition a little quicker. So our stops, I think, led to our offense to be able to hit those big shots.
I think Western is a team that is playing really, really well. Scored 118 points 2 games ago, 97 points last game. We didn't really hold them down in this game. They scored 81, but I thought our kids found a way to pull it out.
Questions? Big time clutch offense there at the end of the game. When they got within 3, you found the answer every time they got that close.
Well, they had switched into a man, and we didn't really respond to it particularly well. And it took us some time to kind of get things in rhythm. And when we did, we felt a lot more comfortable. We got some good looks attacking the rim, scoring or attacking the rim and kicking it out. They had a series where they were really flooding the lane and taking that away from us. And so we kicked it out, and our kids stuck some pretty big shots.
The ladies talked about when they kind of got it rolling, they credited their transition. They were able to get going, running back the other way. Is it that simple to you, too?
Well, I thought, we've been a team that's been able to get out and get going in transition. And when we play better, when we play at that pace, it just seems to kind of fuel us for a little bit. But when you're doing that on both ends, because Western Illinois pushes it at the same pace, that becomes a very exhausting venture, and I thought our kids found a way to kind of tough through that, because that takes a lot out of you.
It's a scary team when you have a 21-point lead, knowing they can very well.
Oh, there's no question. Every kid on the floor has the ability to shoot it, and they're shooting it extremely well. At the same time, they do more than that. They attack the rim, they attack it with drill penetration, they attack it with back cuts, and they find a way, and all of a sudden you have to make a decision, and we're going to help when the ball's around the rim. Well, you do that, and there's someone left wide open at the arc who just so happens to be shooting about 40% or 50%, and then you fly at that kid, and they've got another kid that can, again, attack the rim or shoot it. So they have lineups where, again, it's really, really tough to guard them.
In the second half, is there something you have to say to your kids to remind them that maybe, if they scored 54 points in the second half, but you're not playing that bad? Don't get discouraged?
Well, I think that's what happened when we called the timeout when it was a 3-point game. It's settle us back down. We're okay. Here's what we're going to run. Here's a movement we'd like to get into. Here's an adjustment we're going to make defensively. But again, take a breath. We're the team that built, right now we gave ourselves an opportunity. We have a cushion. We're in the lead. Let's just close this thing out.
Month ago before tournament times, that kind of had that kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, it did.
In the second half, is it good right now to get just a feel of that? Plus, you had South Dakota State and everything that was last week.
Well, I thought our crowd was great tonight. I thought they were really loud and they built a lot of excitement, but the game did that too. It was a great college basketball game to be a part of, and we enjoy it because we're fortunate enough to come out on top, but certainly a team that, in a game that exploited areas where we've got to get a whole lot better yet.
Big win given that fewer conference games, certainly, so there's a shorter window. Lost this one, but be a little bit closer, so you were able to keep that gap on things like that.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out how to get stops. I don't really know about all those kind of things, but you're right. It's certainly you understand all those dynamics, but we were just trying to figure out how to slow them down, how to slow down any one of those kids. I thought Clemens played phenomenally well. She was the best player in the league last year, and she just does so much. She gets to the rim, and she scores it. She shoots it well. She distributes it. She leads them in offensive rebounds. The kid just does everything on the court for them. And then they just so happen to space the floor with really, really good players around her. And Higginbotham was she was phenomenal tonight. I thought Bloomer had some opportunities, and I think we just got a little bit lucky at times, although she had some pretty good looks against us, and we're fortunate she didn't hit as many as she has in the last couple of games. So some of that's just, you get a little bit lucky here and there.
Has Allison ever had 6 blocks in her life?
I don't know if she's ever had 6 blocks, but she played really well defensively, but probably that's why she had 4 fouls too. She was trying to contain kids around the rim, and she didn't lead us in scoring, but man, she played a great basketball game, I thought.
But what's that tell you about your team when your leading scorer takes 6 shots but helps you in all kinds of other ways, and you still put up 92 points?
Well, it's a very selfless group that we have. They want to do what it takes to be successful, and whatever that means. And I think the kid that probably defines that better than anyone in our program right now is Jasmine Trimboli. Well, Jazz, we need you to come off the bench. Jazz, we need you to start. Jazz, we need you to play a guard. Jazz, we need you to play a post spot. We need you to defend all different spots on the court. And so I think because of the mentality and the way that she's really approached it, it's been a contagious attitude. And not that other kids didn't have that, but I think that really kind of exemplifies the kind of kids that we have